Alrighty, we're back for round 4. Chris Sommerfield's on Aggro, I believe. That looks to be the case here. So that should be interesting. Yeah, these rounds are finishing up pretty quick. With only 38 players in the event, it kind of goes pretty fast. So when I first saw Parente and Schneider walk in, I was under the impression that Schneider would be the one playing Death and Taxes, but instead it looks like Parente is going to take that mantle himself. He's got a Mishra's Factory in there, which is interesting. And then they've got Schneider on Grixis Delver, I believe. So that should be good. Okay, so Chris has got the Masterpiece Chalice of the Void. He's going to go ahead and slam that into play. And it looks like the glare might be getting a little bit worse. I'll see if I can adjust that after this round. No, I think Owen Parente loaned his blue cards to Andrew Schneider. That was what I was under the impression happened last time, was that they had reversed that, and Schneider played Death and Taxes, but it looks like they've flipped it around for this event. So the Chalice on 1 is actually not going to be too detrimental. I would have to imagine Justin's just playing Swords and Mothers in that slot. Chris doesn't have a turn 3 play though to capitalize on his Chalice. His man is a little off for playing the Liliana in his hand. No, actually it's not. What's he doing? Your eyes. What? We're getting a little overexposed. Sean, what do you expect? There's what are the top tables right now? This is table number 1. Table number 2 is going to be Austin on Bomberman versus what's his name? Where'd my slip go? Okay. So table number 2 is Austin Walker versus Andrew Wright. Andrew Wright, I don't recall what he's playing. Probably some Chalice pile. Table 3, we have Sean Mogelgard versus Melissa Hanscombe. They are also undefeated. No, sorry. Melissa only has 6 points. Sean got paired down. And then table 4 is going to be Josh Hand versus Drew Townsend, who we saw earlier on something. Drew was on the blue-white energy field deck, if I recall. No, the glare's not that bad. It's just we're getting a little overexposed. That's a very, very white Dark Confidant. So it's fun. Does the Winter Factory make up for it at all, or? Let's see if I have that art scene somewhere. Yeah, I do. 109. I don't think that's right. I think that's probably for any Mishra's Factory. I was under the impression the winter ones were still floating around 200. Okay. Justin's going to take 1 on the... nope. He's going to opt to avoid the damage on his canopy. He'll play the Recruiter of the Guard. See if he opts to just go for a Flickerless, maybe? No? I don't know that he has any saucy cards in the main deck he can really get. Oh, Ballista. That's pretty saucy. Alright, so he'll take a damage, and he'll go ahead and kill the Dark Confidant. So Justin should be at 19 life. There it goes. Chris draws a correct version Sylvan Library. And it looks like he's just going to go ahead and slap that into play. Loam's going to target the 2 fetches and get that back to his hand. He's got the Liliana still there just hanging out. The Mistress Factory is going to be kind of problematic if he wants to actually get the Liliana in play. Oh. Yep, okay. Equip the Recruiter, get some counters on the Chalice. He's still got Batterskull in his hands for the Stoneforge. 2 counters on the Jitte. Yep. And he's got a Thalia Heretic guitar that he's deciding not to deploy right now. I guess with Chris already having 4 lands in play, that seems not unreasonable. Justin's going to go ahead and aim to get the Batterskull into play first. There's some interesting decks popping around here. I saw a Tin Pins deck that was playing. Oh, there's some zombie that you can discard a card to make a 2/2. So we'll see how he's doing after this. Unfortunately, Merritt, who made the finals, quote unquote, top 4 of the last event on Punishing Maverick, is now playing Zoo. I believe he was 1-2, so he did not pick up his wins. We've got some visual stuttering again. Let's see if I can determine if that's me or if it's just you guys. How do I, let's see here, disable the preview? Alright, well, I'm going to turn off the preview on OBS. I'll keep the preview on the second monitor. Maybe that'll help with the quality a little bit. Alright, so Flickerus took the Chalice. Swords comes down for the Scavenging Ooze. Chris is going to go ahead and take his advantage to gain a couple life. Goes up to 22. Pretty reasonable life total. But looks like Chris is, or no, Justin's, is that Ewan McGregor? On the token? I wanted to tell. Chris kind of bricks on his Sylvan Library here. That Wasteland's not going to do a whole lot, but he'll take it anyways. Justin just goes to town with his team. Let's see if any of it's going at Liliana. And a plus to the Recruiter. It looks like he's just going for lethal here. Yep. All right, so Justin's going to take the first game. Decided not to swing at Liliana, just go all out, it looks like. Fairly convincing mop-up to that game once Chris ran out of resources. Justin's got multiple Rest in Peace. Sees the Fairy Mob. He's got a Leonin and Relic Warrior. Council Judgment's coming in. He has Chalices this time, interestingly enough. 2 Council Judgments. Elspeth Knight Errant is coming in as well. Meanwhile, Chris has multiple Golgari charms. And the new 3-mana Disenchant Bear. What do you call it? Boards out his own Thalias. And he's bringing in a Johnny Vengeance as well. Takes out a couple of Lilianas.
I know, I'm gonna save them. Yeah, I know. I've actually saved a bunch of these because they're pretty
What is the new 3-mana Disenchant guy? Oh yeah, they didn't update the game score. I'll just update it for them. Justin Parente got game 1. He's on Death and Taxes, and he's playing against Chris on Aggro. Yeah, Viper. So I have a tablet out at the play area right now. They can do the life totals themselves. They can also do game scores there, but if they don't, see it or don't want to, that's fine. I'll do it for them. Chris appears to have taken out some of his chalices, it looks like. Alright, just notices now he has a tabernacle and wants to put it in. Yeah, I mean, if you win the game, or lose the game, you kind of just move on. I think Chris has been the one that's been more adamant about updating Life World on the tablet. Usually right at the end of the start. So Chris boarded out one of his Mustangs. We're not going to see him float from one thing, I don't imagine. Not that he has much left after that, but he's boarded out in the houses. Yeah, I can hear it too. I just want to see if I can hear it right now. Let's see which microphone. I have a microphone under TV. I'm getting in the just a lot of ground time in general. See if I can get some of these cords out of the way. Austin, did you win or lose? Did you win? Match loss. What'd you do? JPJ was sitting right behind you. Wow, that's kind of abrupt. You think it was really mold? Back to this match. You want to jump in? No? Okay. I don't either, so. Yeah, so actually, there was only 5 undefeateds this round. So that table number 3, yeah. Sean was the other undefeated at table 3. He got paired down. So conceivably, if Melissa wins that one, then you're up in the bracket still. So. Yeah. Solid. Yeah, it's 5 rounds. I mean, usually a 5 round event, is it 5 or 6? I don't know. 6 rounds? Seems like a lot for a 38. We have 16 tables right now. Looks like.
32 is the cut. So it's 32 is 5 rounds. If you go to 33, you have to go to 6 rounds.
So we had 38 people. That's 6 rounds, I guess? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's 6.
Now there's only 32 left in the event. Not that it matters much. But
It shouldn't matter too much.
yeah, it's fine. That's the name of the card. I couldn't remember that. I knew it was a new, whatever, Disenchant Bear, but couldn't think of the name. Yeah, I like the card. I mean, if it wasn't $4, I'd buy some. I don't have enough use for them otherwise.
I think it's 6. I'm sure it's $6 right now.
Really?
Yeah. Like $5.94, I think.
Scryfall doesn't update. Scryfall does not update immediately, so I wouldn't doubt that. TCG mid market price, whatever, is $4.19. Oh wow, you can buy them for like $4. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I think we at Giga have ours listed around 5 or 6. So that's one.
Not that the card's not worth it. I think if it's playable in standard, it'll be beyond worth it. But what happened? I missed what happened. The glare's getting really bad now. I can't see any of Chris's cards.
I was Punishing Fire on the Stoneforge Mystic, and then he recruited for. I think he's currently recruiting now.
Where is the glare coming from?
Baby.
Well, Chris isn't in terrible shape at least.
This is what David told me to get her.
That looks pretty good.
Anybody like a bite?
Justin has Might of Oaks in play.
Shadow. I got a good terminus. I will play Battle Box.
Put Sanctum Prelate on. You are. Why are we looking at books?
Because he's got a Maya books in play.
Oh, nice. What's the Sanctum Prelate on?
Probably it's on 2. Hence the 2 counters on it. It's going to shut out the Punishing Fire at least. That's going to help out with preventing that growth from getting out of control.
Can't be on 2 because you just play a Scavenger.
Sanctum Prelate's only non-creature bonus. Yeah. Sanctum Prelate will let you play creature spells. It'll only restrict non. Yeah. So Chris is Punching Fire in his hand, and his Punching Fire in his yard's looking a little lonely right now. So he's gonna gain life with Ooze. Okay, I got you. Oh, I appreciate them doing the life totals. It helps me. Don't have to watch it at all. So.
Beats the recruiter, goes up 1, takes 2.
Yep, and he's got his 2/1 Knight of Autumn in play. Draws looks like Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter against the 3 basic lands is
Wasteland against the 3 basic lands is a problem.
not exciting, but his 1 in hand is a Punishing Fire on top of the 1 in his graveyard. So he's only got the 1 Taiga in the Grove for the red sources though, so he's not going to be doing much anyways if he finds a way out of the Prelate. Well, it's a 2/1 for 3, but you know that's
It's 2 for 3 that destroyed an Innistr's G-type.
that's what my Reclamation Stage is anyways, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I know. Like, why do you need to destroy an artifact or enchantment if you could just win the game with the true name? So, how would I build a deck that has Knight of Autumn and True Name in it?
Bantblade.
So this guy's playing Tribal Knights. He's now stuck in Eye of the Reliquary. Not that art, though. Let's see here. He's playing this guy, whatever the dual deck dragons or Knights versus Dragons is. Unfortunately, he gets dispatched by a Swords
Which is followed up by Batterskull.
with Ewan McGregor on it. So this game's starting to look a lot similar to last game, where Parente just kind of controlled the board, and Chris kind of just didn't draw anything relevant. Right now he's got 2 blank text box cards in his hand because the Prelate's going to shut them off. I don't believe those are 2 counters on the Prelate, so I mean, if Justin's just going to sit back at the Prelate for now. He has no reason to move on.
Batterskull is designed to swing a race pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be fast, but what kind of draws does Chris even have that gets him out of this? It's kind of a deluge and...
Deluge, pretty much all he's got.
I'm trying to think of... I mean, I think he bored out some of his Lilianas. I don't know.
We're going to force match loss. Forced match loss.
I mean, to be fair, like,
Yeah.
it makes sense,
I
but
deserve it.
it sucks.
He asked me who I played in round 1, played the previous round. I said, and then I said, Jansen on Dredge a little loudly, and Jansen's opponent heard it.
He mulled for it too. I mean, I can't blame him. Like, he has the information. Why can't you do that?
What do you multi?
He's going to mold the 4 specifically for working against Dredge.
What does he have on the main board? Oh.
I played the matchup.
Well, what's the typical? I mean, like lands usually boards Crows and Grip, right? Does Chris have access to Crows and Grips?
This is Aggro.
Yeah.
What is this, Green Suns for 3?
Typically, you don't need Crows and Grips in Ireland because you have access to like Decay and stuff.
Hey, if you have Decay, you got Holes.
I mean,
Getting for 3.
Chris is playing you get either the Knight or one of the 2 Knights.
Yeah, he just gets Knight. Okay. Better to get.
Looking through Chris's deck here, he doesn't have a whole lot of outs to Sanctum Prelate on 2. It's going to prevent him from getting anything off the table, and this Mother It's kind of going to lock the board up pretty fast.
Palace Jailer, that should seal it pretty fast.
Well, and so the question becomes then, do you
Chris wins this game.
do you have a way you can lose this? Justin's hand is
His hands
Big Thalia, Council Judgment, and something else.
plus now he's got the bar. Like, he's just drawing cards.
Chris draws a worthless 2-1 blocker. Who doesn't? No, Chris has a Scrubland in play.
He's got a scrub play, and then I think, what was that, a second scrub land? Or
That's a buy at the top. Yeah, it's a buy at the top. So.
Player's great. Ooh.
All right, so Justin's going for the jugular here, and he's
Because he's got two council judgments. Just take off the other blocker and swing out.
he's extending all his resources now just to kind of get through this game.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Yeah, 7 coming in. Yeah, I agree, Sean. I mean, as long as he leads with 3 mana, it's going to be hard to really lose this game. Chris just threw Leon on the Veil, but what does it even do? I mean, all Justin's going to do here is just sack the Recruiter Guard. It's not going to help him get out of the situation. Yeah,
You know what card gets him out of here?
well, Gazer. Right, I mean,
Too bad he's not playing Pernicious Dude.
yeah. Death Cloud. That'd be a good one. Yeah. He's lacking on triple black though. That's the only holding him back is the triple black. Otherwise he'd be winning this game. All right, so Justin's sitting at a very healthy 28. Takes out the Grove.
Council Judgment the blocker.
Throws away a second Council's Judgment here, going for lethal.
Yeah, he's going for it all right here.
Yeah, so I don't see how he loses this one. 8 coming in, that's game.
Man, can't cast those spells.
Chris shows him that the Saint Prelate was indeed doing work. Keaton is working till 6. He was commentating last round when we had Josh on camera though, just for the sake of doing it. That's the match. Yeah. That's 2 of 2. I would have to imagine they're discussing what kind of outs Chris even has in his deck right there.
Oh no, this was a match loss, not a game loss. Like I lost that. It was a forced match loss.
He didn't get DQ'd.
I didn't get DQ'd. It was just a match loss for outside information.
I was thinking you're trying to get DQ'd everything.
Who?
I thought you were going for like.
Yeah, I saw your exploits, Sean. Tasty.
Cow meat?
Tasty.
Fuck's you mean by needy big cow meat?
He's preparing meats for smoking, grilling, and whatever else he's doing.
Oh, nice.
Had stacks of it.